Hello world, welcome to the 231st video on my channel where I'm building my own digital assistant named Shane, like Jarvis from the Iron Man movies and comics. And I get a lot of questions about what's the difference between the digital assistant that you're creating and the AI that everyone's using. Typically they refer to ChatGPT. So the major difference is my digital assistant is mine. It's installed on my computers. It can access my Internet of Things, my home security. It's personalized to me, where ChatGPT is a large language model it's basically a chatbot. It can do a lot more, but it's a chatbot that does what it can within its program, but it doesn't directly interface with you. And so I'm just going to show a very quick example of how to use the OpenAI library on how to access ChatGPT yourself. And then I'll show you the difference between what ChatGPT can do using OpenAI and applications, and then what I'm trying to do with my digital assistant. So in this video, we're going to be using Vosk, which is an offline speech recognition library. I'm not going to go over the installation instructions. You can watch that video here. And it is my most popular video on my channel. I'll also leave a link in the description. And I also don't recommend copying my logic here for the digital assistant either. I do recommend you watch this video, which is one of my popular videos on how to create your own digital assistant. And so I'll leave a link in the video description for that as well. And so let me show you what I'm talking about real quick. So first I'm going to show you what it looks like when we use OpenAI to do something. Shane. Open YouTube. All right, so it asks you, so it went to OpenAI, and I'll show how to do that in a second. It says, it looks like you might be looking for help with YouTube. Can you please clarify what specific information you need regarding YouTube? And so it doesn't know how to open your YouTube, okay? So let's change this code up a little bit. And now we're going to do what I want my digital assistant to be able to do. So same code. Shane. Open YouTube. All right, and it opened my YouTube channel. This is my channel. It just randomly did that. That's crazy, huh? You should subscribe. But if you go to videos, popular, you'll see this how to use Vosk, the offline speech recognition library. It's one of my most popular videos. And right here, make your own voice activated digital assistant. I actually did a update to that, but either way, you can check that out. And it also has a link to the GitHub as well. So let's close this. You should subscribe. All right, now let's go through the code real quick and see what we're talking about. So the first thing you'll need to do is go here to platform.openai.com API keys. And so you're going to have to log in if you've never used ChatGPT, and then go to the create your own project. You can create new secret key here. You might come to this place right here, this dashboard or API keys, and then you can create a new secret key. So one thing you do have to do though is you have to have money on it to call it. So I use ChatGPT anyways, but you can go here, increase your limit, and then I put down here buy credits. I put $5 just to make this video. So please watch the whole thing to support my channel, or click that little heart button with the $sign if you want to contribute to help me continue making videos. But you can buy credits here. and add to your credit balance. So just in this testing of the video, I've already used 1 cent. All right. So once you have that secret key, go to API keys. You're going to copy this secret key. And then I would just paste it somewhere in here in your code. All right. And we'll use that in a second. So just copy and paste the huge code here, and I'll show you what to do with that in a second. All right, so next we're going to pip install some libraries. So go to File, or you can either go to Command Prompt by going here, Command Prompt, and going pip install, and then the library you need. Or if you're using PyCharm, you can go here, Settings, open the project name, go to Python interpreter, press this plus button, and then first we're going to do Vosk. So go ahead and install that package. pyaudio. So I'm recording this in October 14th of 2024, and you no longer have to use what's called a Windows wheel or .whl file. I hope that's still true for you. So go ahead and install that one, and then go ahead and install OpenAI, all one word. So go to install package and install those 3. Okay, then we're going to import web browser. That's a standard library item. You don't have to pip install that. And then from Vosk, import model and CalD recognizer. And then import pyaudio. And then from OpenAI, import OpenAI. Now this one is unique. Don't follow this part of the code. I do this because I'm a YouTuber and I have a separate file where I put my keys. For now, just leave that big key statement, your API key here, and I'll show you what to do with that in a second. All right, and so the next thing you're gonna do is go here. Let's go to Google, and then go to Vosk models here, and it should take you to this Alpha Cephi right here. Go ahead and click that. And then I'm using in English this one right here, Vosk model small. It's only 40 megabytes. So go ahead and download that by clicking here. In your downloads, you're going to get a zip file like this. Let me show in the folder. People don't like it in that. So go ahead and extract all, and it'll look like this right here. Now click in this one. Oh, no. So let's go, well, let's just open it. You're going to find another folder. So let's say you extracted it all. It looks like this. And now you have this folder right here, right? So you're a second folder in. So what I would do is open another file explorer and go to your PyCharm projects folder. This just makes it easier. You don't have to do this. You can extract on your downloads, and I'll show you what to do with it in a second. But my PyCharm projects, and then this one's called, I think it's called LangChain, but I changed it. And then what you can do is copy and paste this folder right here, not the first one right here. If you extract it all, it'll look like this. But this second folder, go ahead and Control X and copy it straight into your whatever this project is called that you called it. And that'll help you a little bit going forward. Okay? And in there, you should have these folders right here. So once you've copy and pasted that, we can start working on it. So for the purpose of this code, I just did a wake word with Shane. You don't have to do that. So the model equals model, and then you're going to copy and paste we should have left that open, this folder name right here. That's only if it's in your projects folder that we just talked about. So all I did was skip you a step. If you left it in your downloads, that's perfectly fine. You just go to downloads here and then go into this area right here. or just click on this file right here, the extracted one, and copy and paste this like that and add it to the string. So your string should look like this. And then you just have to reverse the slashes. And that should work just fine too. But if you put it in your PyCharm projects folder, you just get to, you could skip that part and it just references this folder here. So next we do recognizer equals CalD recognizer model. Don't worry about this args thing. That's what the new PyCharm does. So just model, comma, 16,000. All right. And now the mic equals pyaudio dot pyaudio. And then the stream equals mic.open. Format equals pyaudio. This doesn't say paint, but I'm just going to say paint 16. It's actually pyaudio integer 16. Channels equals 1. Rate equals 16,000. Input equals true. Frames per buffer 8192. So if you are using PyCharm, you should just be able to type format, or since we've already done it once. Yeah, it's not doing it for you. But you should just be able to type INP and it should find the pyaudio, so input equals true for all of these. Now, this is just how I break out of the while loop. You can skip this part and just do this code right here if you want to use Vosk only. So, but to break out of the loop, I do listening equals true. So while listening, which is the same as, it's just a shortened version of saying while listening equals true. Data equals stream.read, pass it 496. If recognizer dot accepts waveform data, then the text is equal to recognizer dot result, and then the response equals the text 14th character all the way to the -3rd character, and that skips a lot of the JSON stuff and just extracts the text. So if my response equaled my wake work, which was Shane, in my digital assistant's name, then I printed out how can I help you. That was just for you, the viewer. I would use Python speech to text or text to speech to talk to me. But anyways, and then I do while listening again because it's going to listen to me again. This is not good programming, right? You should always remember dry, don't repeat yourself. So if you go to my digital assistant GitHub or the video, I actually build functions for each of these. And then let's do the OpenAI first. So, and let's say you wanted to skip all of this, then you would just start right here, client, and back all of this code up all the way to the beginning of the line. So client equals OpenAI, API key equals, and in this spot, do not copy this. This is where in a string format, you're going to copy and paste the large secret API key that you got. So it should be a huge, long string that looks like that. All right. I only did this because I'm a YouTuber and I don't want you to have my API key, even though I can delete it right away if I wanted to. So again, don't copy it like I have here. This is where you cut and paste that string that we had here. Now the messages equals, you're going to start an empty list and pass it the role equals the system, the content, and if you're kind of new to programming, make sure that these colons are on the outside of the string, right? That's just how you do these nested lists. So you can put whatever content you are. I put you are a helpful assistant helping the user. And so it was trying to help us open YouTube in the beginning. You can put whatever you want. You're a super advanced AI like Jarvis from Iron Man movies and comics, and I want you to help me with my programming stuff or whatever. Then the role is a user, so now you're the user, and we passed it the command, right? So the second time we listened, we did command equals the text, right? And that's where I put open YouTube. You can get rid of this whole thing right here and just type in a string of what you want like this. open YouTube, like that. You could do it like that as well. And then completion equals client.chat.completions.create model GPT 4.0 mini. Messages equals messages. So you pass this whole thing right here. And then you can print the completion.choices0.message.content. And that is the JSON way of getting the whatever ChatGPT sends to you. And what I'll do is I'll just copy and paste the relevant code in the description so you can have just that. Then listening equals false. Again, I just did that to break out of the loop. So it's not constantly listening to me because I'm talking to you while I'm recording. If you want the code on how to open a web browser, again, we imported web browser, and you just do webbrowser.open, and then you put the hyperlink of what you want, and then listening equals false. Again, that was just to break out of the loop. Okay, so that's the major difference, is using my digital assistant, I can interface directly with all the things of my computer and my home assistant and my network storage device and things like that nature. That ChatGPT is only in its own instance, and it does exactly what you ask it to within that instance, right? So imagine it in its own little bucket, and it can't touch anything else. Now, there are libraries that you can do it, but again, I want full control over my digital assistant. I don't want to have to import my whole life into another library. So I hope this is helpful. I hope this explains the difference between the two, because a lot of people ask me that question. And if you want to continue watching me build my digital assistant, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment. And thanks for watching. Goodbye, world.